And she came after us on her bike, but it was only me and Yazda. And then she's like standing on the view, and then she got her handbag and took the bike again.
And first we said like forget it because it was kind of too much because for Han, you know, he was all thing and then forget it and after try it again to give money, and then this one guy was and they offered money with giving a man or something, we were part of money, and then another guy said taking to the river.
Yeah, to the river, and then people went inside the river. But I don't believe that story. That was her, yeah.
That's the story.
Because we're all banana leaves, we are not in the river, and everything was like the last someone did something. But somehow bamboo line is there.
Then she came back after. She followed on the bike and grabbed the factory bag. Even after she was paid.
No.
Yeah.
No way. Oh my god.
Wow. Jimmy, what's no point? You what? Yeah, but it's going to cost $250 to make it again. Just pay the fencing. I'll give you the money back when I get it. But I mean,
find out how much you paid, then we just have to, yeah, maybe we just have to pay her that money. Okay. Yeah. But this, yeah, I mean, what is she, is she physically obstructing you taking it away? Really? Okay. Alright, Patrick. Yeah, alright. I'm sorry about this. Wow. Okay, good luck. Speak soon. Yeah, bye-bye.
The tent is being held hostage.
What?
What the fuck?
What happened?
But she stole it, no? So.
Oh, well, this is crazy lady.
Okay.
She claims. I mean, Patrick said she's really unhinged. I mean, she's like really not well, and she claims that somebody sold it to her today. As some material or something, and she doesn't want to let it go. And it doesn't seem to be about money anymore. It's not like, because I think they offered to
she just loved it.
pay her what she paid for it, but she's just like, I mean, you could hear her in the background just going that she nearly punched somebody.
Oh my god.
And now?
Now they're on their way. Oh, they're trying to, yeah.
And how do they carry?
It's gonna. I think it'll be another hour or something before we.
Why he doesn't turn off this car?
Did somebody say we just...
Oh, they might be moving the bus a bit, but the bus. Okay, so have you found a way to transport it? No. Okay.
Also, more
Super.
people can come and
Thanks
help
for
now.
calling. Amazing. Bye. Bye.
Don't they need more hands? They found it?
What? Where?
You know where I think close to that bar you were drinking in the other night. It was just behind somewhere they put it behind.
Who moved it there?
We'll hear the story. I knew we were going to have a third lucky thing today.
Yeah.
But did you realize now we have to solve how to get it in the bus?
The roof. Well, I don't know, maybe that's going to be the next problem. Because the guy who rented us the bus said, no problem, I can go on the roof. But I don't know how. And the angles are so complicated in this fucking bus, there's no way it's going to get in the door.
But what about down?
Rồi bỗng thế giới yêu dấu xa bay như làn mây, chỉ còn anh nơi đây và tôi nhớ dần dần. Nhớ sao ôi là buồn, nhớ khi em nhìn tôi, có khi chỉ vậy thôi lòng cũng thấy vui rồi. Mới hay tôi đã yêu vì rất xa em.
We're paying for the bus, we get to
Hà Nội đeo có biển là sao chúng nó cứ ăn mặc chơi nhỉ? Hà Nội đeo có biển là cũng cứ ăn mặc.
Thanks.
I was asking if we have a mic. No.
Have you heard?
The bamboo is
The tent's gone.
but it's just the bamboo.
Like everything, all the bamboos, and it's gone.
I know, no sue.
It was left just where, behind the trees where we
So, and the other part is, do you consider, do you think is that model is like fit in your traveling trip, especially in Vietnam, for who like really not comfortable, you know, kind of like transportation and also movement? Do you think it's like, you know, it's either, you know, the best model for your final like group work? Just, you know, maybe it's like comment or maybe want to understand.
I mean, we've certainly built ourselves a problem, I would say. I mean, it's clear when Han and I sort of tried to move this thing from the countryside to the community house into the city yesterday, and that's not easy.
Yeah.
And but I think in a way, yeah, maybe a lot of what we're doing is about kind of making problems for ourselves, kind of which force you to sort of engage with a place in a way that you otherwise wouldn't. I think that's so important to create these. It creates these kinds of, you know, difficulties and obstacles, and then you have to kind of find ways to solve those. And in doing that, you meet all sorts of kind of people, and you know, yeah.
Doesn't it make sense more on the bottom one? I know it's a bottom, but the
So from outside, I just see like this art object is like, you know, very functional object, you know, as like somewhere to gather people or, you know, make the basement for discussion or whatever. So did you think about the functional way of the tent or the object before? Do you consider as the something like, you know, like some object for like using, or just like art object?
Do we consider it as an art object in itself?
Or like function, you know, functional object, like something. Yeah.
I mean, at the first place, it was more as a demarcation of some kind of space in general for us, where all the activities of all the groups kind of have a more symbolic kind of place to meet.
Okay.
So it's not that we made it as like a sculpture in a classical way or something.
So it's more like functional direction.
Yeah, it's a question how much we also need it to be only functional. If it will start breaking apart, it's kind of part of these problems we put.
Yeah.
in
Also
our
like
way.
raining and the heat and then the mosquito here. Just kidding, you know. Just be like, it's more like, I think everyone should to speak out.
I think there was kind of compromises on both sides. It's like how to make an interesting object, and yet at the same time to have it in some ways that it gets rid of the sun and obviously looks somewhat like a tent. You know, it's something in between. I think you always kind of end up in something in between.
But at the same time, also it was like it is a very spontaneous way how we have to engage things and people and communicate with people and try to solve where to get material and so on. So it was good that it was functional in a way that it would make it easy to understand what is the next step and what we have to solve. So also people outside of the tent group can join and help with it. And at the same time, it would make us interact with people in the city and
Okay, another thread.
The short one, I know.
I think for me it was very important for me to work with JobLab that I founded in 2009, and for the first 2-3 years I almost didn't have any time to do my own work.
Yeah,
but it was very important for me to do that, and it was very rewarding. And sometimes I kind of regret that I spent so much time doing things not for myself.
Organizing.
But at the end, I felt like it's even better practice than making some little film.
Yeah.
Because I try to do something with education and engage with the audience, and we put a lot of emphasis on building the local audience for this kind of films, using image that didn't exist before, and we had quite a good success with that. We had a big audience and good discussions, and so I think it's not all negative, and I think we've been complaining too much about this system. Of course there are tons of problems, but I think it's maybe more constructive to talk about, despite of all these problems in this system, how we manage to deal with it, and what we choose to do within this system to try to change it, or to do something even in a small way. I think it's much more positive, and
somehow
you can't change your fate, you can't change your life. You are here, So what's the point of complaining all the time?
But from the outside, as I said, maybe it was like too nightly, but from the outside it looked like you're kind of
and I'm sure there are problems everywhere. There are problems in Germany, in Frankfurt. Like the way you are creating this problem for yourself to deal with. It's the same way, like when you have a lot of limitations, you have to become more creative.
Thì mục đích thì thực ra chỉ là nấu ăn cho mọi người, cho những người gia đình xung quanh mình, thì để cho họ được thưởng thức cái gì, như kiểu là thưởng thức tác phẩm nghệ thuật, xem cái gì mà tận hưởng nó thôi. Và cái
The first idea she had was actually she wanted to because it's in the group show and have a lot of studio of different artists in the show, so she wanted to invite each artist to come to have individual meal with her, and she will cook for them. So and during that way, maybe she will learn more about them and have a certain connection. She feels like eating is a kind of casual way of getting to know each other.
Vậy thì con bồng cái gừng hết cho cô, để cô xào dầu tỏi nhiều lắm. Có đem tỏi lên không? Mình lấy quá. Ném nhiều tỏi lên chứ xào gừng tỏi.
And shall we maybe...
What are you doing?
You talking to me?
Just to see.
À, còn thế này nữa. Cái đầu bên trên lại phải cố định chắc. Nó đổ mất ra.
Kiểu như nó cứ khoảng tầm như này nó để đứng được, lệch đi một tí, hơi lệch đi một tí vẫn đứng được.
Ý tức là cái đầu này nó vẫn...
Thế chỉ cần đạp nhẹ phát đổ à?
Bây giờ thằng nào đi qua đây nó đá vào đầu này thì có phải đổ không?
Giờ thử chắc đây cái.
So should be like this. So they should be bound exactly the different heights and maybe measuring might make things more complicated.
I think I'm gonna finish.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna finish. Just because then we end up at the end.
We're all ready. We can see.
We'll see you too. To be these the tension number, so it goes like perpendicular to the 6 meters, and then they make the tension across like this. It's like a nice area.
Thank you.
It's also important to reflect on that this is a process. So like this tent is still not finished. We still have to figure out much better ways to do this. And we still have I don't know, 10 days or something. And some of us have been here from the 1st of April, meeting people, traveling, having interviews, making films, and I guess what's important is that like this object that we're all sitting under talking about right now, it's not like any sort of final object. It's not finished. It's gonna continue on and on. So process is what is more, I think, for me personally, and probably speaking for some of my class, what is more relevant to us. Like this discussion is more important than this tent. The tent just makes this zone for us to come together, and yeah, it's more like trying to get into a way of observing, maybe like a process as a form of observation. and yeah, I would just emphasize that this is not some sort of finished thing as of yet.